What's happening, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Total Blast, where we discuss about everything Marvel and the MCU. 2022 has been one of the busiest years for Marvel Studio as one story leads into the next in the multiverse saga. We've seen all that Phase 4 had to offer, and now we are moving to Phase 5 as we look forward to Phase 6 and beyond. Now, just recently, heavy spoilers reported that Kevin Feige wants to make Avengers Secret Wars bigger than Avengers Endgame, which will cost more in terms of finance and, of course, production time, because it is going to be featuring a lot of characters. And I did do a breakdown in a previous video, and just so to keep you up to speed with everything, you can go check it out. Well, that's not all, because there seemed to be a new rumor making the rounds, and this is coming from a fellow YouTuber, Grace Raldorf, as she says that Kevin Feige is going to focus on the original X-Men characters. Raldorf also said that the original X-Men performers from the 20th Century Fox film trilogy will have a dignified send-off in Avengers Secret Wars before a new cast is introduced to play their parts in the MCU, and this information is spreading like wildfire. Guys, we're giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel to one lucky subscriber. More on how to win at the end of this video. And if this is your first time, please subscribe and enable the post notification so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. As we already know that Hugh Jackman is returning in Deadpool 3, which will be easier to explain if we end up seeing him in Avengers Secret Wars, as it seemed that Kevin Feige will be concentrating on the original X-Men. But it will be nothing short of excitement to see Ian McKellen play Magneto and Patrick Stewart as Professor X, which we sort of had in the Multiverse of Madness, but wasn't the same from the Fox franchise. To be very honest, it shouldn't come as much as of a surprise that the X-Men from the Fox will appear in the Secret Wars. Now, for those of you who may not know, Kevin Feige does have a history with Fox X-Men long before becoming the president of Marvel Studios. That being said, we can now easily say that Kevin Feige may owe his career to the X-Men, as Raldorf points out. He was an associate producer on the first season of the X-Men in the 2000s. He received his first credit on X2, X-Men United, and X-Men The Last Stand. He also worked as an executive producer and co-producer. So, we can say that the X-Men films are more like his babies, and they were never given a decent send-off, which goes to say that Kevin Feige holds the X-Men in the highest regards, especially the first trilogy cast and crew, and it may be because of their absence from the prequel and Wolverine solo film that the attention will be on the actors from the original 3 films. A few mutants, including Miss Marvel and Namor, have already made their live-action debuts. But beside Patrick Stewart's appearance in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, none of the Fox original X-Men have appeared in the MCU. All of this will change before the conclusion of the Multiverse saga, claims a recent rumor. The transition strategy for Avengers Secret Wars is yet unknown, but if it follows the 2015 comic book plot from which it gets its name, Marvel will be free to reshape the MCU any way they see fit. The Fox universe and the current MCU universe might interact, giving the original mutants one last chance to celebrate before they are realistically vanish into oblivion forever. We won't know for sure for a few years, which is quite unfortunate, and recently, Disney decided to push back the Avengers Secret Wars to May 1st of 2026. The good news is that Deadpool 3 in 2024 will introduce Wolverine to the MCU 2 years earlier. But that being said, I feel like we may get to see a few of the X-Men team in Deadpool 3, maybe a cameo appearance or so other than Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, or perhaps a mention of them just like in She-Hulk. But keep in mind that the X-Men are a big enough characters and they can take up their phase or saga. And they already have a plot on their plate. So, after Avengers Secret Wars, I'll prefer to concentrate on them. And it would be a great strategy to use the Fox X-Men in Avengers Secret Wars and then the 616 X-Men to give the MCU a new beginning. Oh, if you're probably wondering what the Avengers Secret Wars is all about, it has to do with all of the variants coming together in a vast multiversal war, fighting for the literal multiverse. So, we are expected to see a whole lot of well-known characters as well as their variants, which will ultimately lead to the war of the old characters popping up and seeing the old and the new cast of the X-Men. I mean, for Fox X-Men characters to come back, it's going to be some sort of best nostalgia any of the fans can ever hope for. And the best part is that this will fit the story. So, I'm expected to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Ian McKellen as Magneto, and Jensen as Jean Grey, Halle Berry as Storm, Anna Paquin as Rogue, James Madison as Cyclops, Sean Ashmore as Iceman, and Rebecca Romijn as Mystique, which is one of the characters that I love the most, and I think Rebecca did justice to her character. So, If the original X-Men team does show up in Avengers Secret Wars, it will set up the stage for a mutant saga probably in Phase 7, which seems kind of far from now. But regardless, we will still be anticipating it with all hopes because guess what? We are all loyal fans. Additionally, this said portal in Avengers Secret Wars has also been rumored to bring forth the Fantastic Four team. And it was reported that just like the X-Men, it will be featuring the original Fantastic Four cast from 2005. Well, that's a Fantastic Four that featured stars such as Ian Garfield as Mr. Fantastic, Jessica Alba as the Invincible Woman, Chris Evans as the Human Torch, and Michael Chiklis as the Thing. This is incredible as well as mind-blowing because one thing that is kind of confusing is that the Avengers Secret Wars is going to feature the original cast of the Fantastic Four. And that means that we might be seeing Chris Evans reprise his role as the Human Torch, and since Avengers Secret Wars is said to be featuring a lot of superheroes and their variants, we could also be seeing Chris Evans reprise his role as Captain America. Imagine seeing him twice in different roles. That would be crazy, right? We could be seeing Michael B. Jordan reprise his role as Killmonger from Black Panther, as well as seeing him reprise his role as the Human Torch from the not-so-liked Fantastic. It will be more like evil meets good in Killmonger vs. Human Torch as the universe collide. But personally, I would love to see Chris Evans as the Human Torch one more time, and also get to see Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Also, one thing that we're also sure of seeing is variants of the web slingers, and by that, I mean Spider-Man as well as Venom. So, it's going to be a wild chase over at Marvel Studios as they try to create a masterpiece such as the Avengers Secret Wars. I mean, we're going to have characters from the MCU, Fox, and Sony Universe in one film. And trust me, I will definitely be sitting in the front row when it finally hits the cinemas because this will be the wildest of all films. And so, what is Secret Wars like in the comics? Well, if you're not so new to the channel, you should know by now that I have a habit of referring to the comics. Now, the more modern tale comics depicts the ruins of various Marvel universes that has been decimated by incursions and were all combined to create a new battle world, where each universe had its distinct geographical region. This series only had 9 issues in its core. However, there were at least 250 issues in other series that were somehow related to it. Without giving anything away, the ultimate result was a more orderly and tranquil new Marvel order, at least temporarily. And if you're wondering how many of these characters were also found in the comic plot, a ton of them. There is the Fantastic Four, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Hawkeye, Iron Man, Hulk, She-Hulk, Thor, the Wasp, the X-Men including Wolverine, the Fantastic Four's colossal comic nemesis Galactus amongst the villains, along with Doctor Doom, the God Emperor of the new battle world, Doc Ock, the Enchantress, Kang the Conqueror, and others. Not all of those will appear in the MCU version, but I'm expecting to see new faces as well as old ones. So, it will just be like an old bottle with new wine. However how it turns out to be, I am sure it will pan out well, and I also feel like the brace equivalent of Infinity War is the Kang Dynasty, while the equivalent of Endgame will be Secret Wars. And that's to tell you that the seed of these events are often already planted even in the earliest period. And like I always say, I do expect the movie's adaptation to be exact replica of the comics. However, we can always take clues from there. And back to our giveaway. We'll be giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel once we hit 1,000 subscribers, and all you have to do to win is watch our videos, subscribe, turn on post notification, like and comment. And one lucky subscriber will be chosen from the comment section to win our brand new PlayStation 5. Also, we want to say thank you to everyone who has supported us this far. We truly appreciate it. What are your thoughts on this video? What do you think about the X-Men making a comeback? And would you rather have Chris Evans as the Human Torch or Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch? Please, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on the post notification so you don't miss out on any of our latest Marvel news. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one.